Hello, welcome to this episode of Curtain Raiser at Natya Darpan 2022. I'm sure you must have seen our previous episodes. I'm Ashok Chaudhary. I'm a president and founder of Indian Heritage and Cultural Association of New Jersey, a non-profit organization established in 2013 to promote local talent in performing arts. Since 2016, we have been organizing Natya Darpan, a multilingual short play festival, where we have received tremendous support from our local community. Natya Darpan become very successful, not only in tri-state area, but also outside New Jersey area. Last year, we performed our first time Natya Darpan DC. And this year also, we are scheduled to perform Natya Darpan DC and Boston in coming future. The success of Natya Darpan is because of the people who work here, our actors, our directors, our sponsors, our fundraisers, our volunteers, our support schemes, and our selection committee. We are very excited this year to bring you again our sixth multilingual short play festival, Natya Darpan 2022, on October 15, 2022, in Edison, New Jersey. We have selected 6 amazing short plays, and these short plays will be performed at first time in New Jersey. We wanted to get to know these short plays, so we have invited directors of this play. Today, we are fortunate to have Mr. Amiya Mehta from Prayog Theatre, who will be performing or directing rather a short play in Hindi, Apne Hi Putale, which was written by Yogesh Tripathi ji. So welcome, Amiya ji. Also, I would like to welcome our host, Dr. Manoj Shahane. Manoj is established actor, director, playwright, and many more. He performed all over USA as well as in India. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Manoj and Amiya ji to this episode of Curtain Raiser at Natya Darpan 2022.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ashok ji.
Thank you, Ashok ji, for the kind announcement for the Natya Darpan 2022 Curtain Raiser. Glad to have Amiya here. I know Amiya for a while. He's been a very big proponent of the theater. The Prayog has done many good shows in the past in New Jersey and around the state. So let's start with this session, Amiya. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good and quite a bit excited to be back at Natya Darpan. We missed it last year due to pandemic or many other reasons. But we've been an integral part of Natya Darpan pretty much from get-go. And we feel fortunate. We are very thankful to Natya Darpan Committee, Indian Heritage and Cultural Society for giving us the opportunity to be able to come perform consistently. And as you may be aware, Manoj, we have done quite a few shows in Natya Darpan, starting with Rai or Shatrugandh,
yes.
Natak Nahi. And we were appreciated by you guys in the past.
I've seen all of your plays, and it was wonderful to have you on stage directing these plays. So let me tell audience few things that they may or may not know about you, right? So you are coming from a very rich theater background at home. Your parents were a huge part of theater back in India. Can you please tell us about that? As you're growing up in India, how was the experience with your parents being in theater?
Absolutely. Thanks for bringing that up, Manoj. Theater has been pretty much like my lifeline. My parents, their story is a story of 2 states. My father belongs to Gujarati background and my mother belongs to Telugu background. They both got together because of theater. And here am I, the product of it. I've seen theater from get-go. As I said, my father formed an organization called Indradhanush in early 70s, started doing theater under it. And then in 1976, he formed Prayog, which is now very much operational, not only in India, but now we formed a branch of Prayog here in New Jersey also, 2012. And we are actively doing theater both in India as well as here. So theater is, as I said, part of my genes. And, I'll very quickly touch on one point. There used to be a point of time when there were rehearsals going on. I was probably 4-year-old, 5-year-old, and I was used as prompter because of being the fact that I was young. Within like 1 or 2 or 3 rehearsals, I'll remember all the dialogues. So they'll put aside the script and then they'll be like, you sit here and start prompting. That's how it goes.
Well, that's very good to know, because you saw so many things growing up in theater and how they perform and that art and craft, because it's not obviously a science. It's a lot of art, a lot of craft built into all these plays. And for you kind of represented that. When I've seen Rai, when I've seen different plays that you've done, you have brought in different kind of cultural influences. You brought in dance. You brought in theater, so which is enriching, because when we talk about plays or short plays, many of them or majority of them are prose plays. They are mainly set for the whole 45 minutes. But your plays historically have done a lot of different things, like dancing, like culturally rich costumes, and so on and so forth, right? So I think that's commendable.
Thank you so much.
So let me ask you. I've seen Rai, I've seen your other plays. When I looked at Apne Hi Putale, it's a different genre of play that you are bringing this time.
That's true.
So can you please, this is like a theater within the theater, I would say, kind of, sort of. So without giving too much for the audience, because I want audience to come and see the play. So we'll not kind of do the spoilers here. But can you please tell me why you chose this play over other plays, and what was the inspiration for that?
Thank you for this question. Prayog, as the name says, means experiment in English, right? So we always believe in bringing something different, some new experiments. We've done plays with folk background. We have done proper comedies, serious, all sorts of plays, as you may have seen some of them.
Right.
And this time we were looking for something completely different than what we have done. And this is one script I came across by Mr. Yogesh Tripathi. I must give credit to him. He's written an amazing, I would say, as you said, I'm not going to give up too much on it, but it's a socio-psycho thriller play. It's got lots to it. Again, I'm not going to go much into it. If I start talking, then I'll probably start.
Please don't do that. Let people see the play for itself.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's great. So I think the quality, the dialogues, the characters are very enriching.
It is.
Play. So I would really like to invite your cast, both Mittal and Surya, at this point, if they can turn their cameras on, and would like to ask them a few questions about the experience. You just finished a bunch of shows not too long ago. So you are very busy rehearsing all these plays. So if Mittal and Surya, and I'm not sure, I don't know them personally, but what has been, have you been in theater before, or is this something that is new for you? And how is Amia treating you at this point?
Okay, I guess I'll start. So I have been doing theater since I was a kid, and then a few years back I completely I became a full-time actor now. So but I joined Prayog in 2018, so it's been a few years and it's been amazing. Whether I've been part of any show or not, but I love the fact that Prayog brings something that is very out of the box. And I feel very good. I feel very delighted to be part of this kind of shows where it's always questioning the society and bringing up it's a sort of mirror image. So yeah.
So good to hear that. I'm sure you were both backstage in the past. Now you are in the forefront. So we were excited to see you on stage, see how you do things and how that goes. How about you, Surya? So you are the protagonist, I assume, for this play. So yeah, it's a big role, and I assume that you're up for the challenge. So what would you like to say to the audience, and tell us, in snapshot, what do you think about the play so far?
I am really excited to do the play. I have not been in theater. This is my first show ever. So I've been in acting for a while now, but this is the first ever show. So I'm really excited to take this responsibility, and I think I have to learn a lot. I just have to learn a lot. I'm learning a lot, and I'm really excited that I joined Prayog. I'm learning a lot of things.
Wow, it's great to have you. I'm very excited. I'll be sitting in front, looking at how you do, and I'm sure you will do great. And just for the audiences, I mean, it's amazingly enriching to live in a state like New Jersey, where you can count on two fingers. You can have up to 10 different kind of groups doing plays and different kind of shows in different languages, like Ashokji mentioned. And we have Mana TV International here with us today, and in all other sessions, kind of encouraging, pushing us to do more. And I think that's a great thing to have in the United States, to sit here in New Jersey and talk about different actors, different theater groups, different scripts. So I really would like to thank Amiya Mehta, Prayog, and everyone here that they spend time on Thursday night to kind of explain about their play, and we are very excited to see your play at the Natya Darpan 2022. So once again, I'd like to thank Mana TV International and hand it off to Ashok Chaudhary ji for closing remarks for this session. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Manoj. Thanks to you also for your spending time and giving us an opportunity to get to talk about our play and be able to also expose a part of our cast, if not all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miyaji. Thank you, Manoj. And thank you, Mithal and Surya. I'm really, really excited. Now, I don't know the story, all the stories and your background. I'm sure, like me, my audience of Natya Darpan will be very excited to see you all on October 15, 2022 at Natya Darpan 22. Thank you very much for your time, and see you at Natya Darpan.
Thank you
for
so
the
much.
Audience,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
for having me.
Hello. Thank you so very much, Manoj and Miyaji. Now, to my audience, let's meet again to the next episode of Curtain Raiser at Natya Darpan 2022. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Welcome to this episode of Curtain Raiser Natya Darpan 2022. My name is Ashok Chaudhary. I'm a president and founder of Indian Heritage and Cultural Association of New Jersey, a non-profit organization established in 2013 to promote local talent in performing arts and to bring the communities together. Since 2016, we have been organizing multilingual short play festival, Natya Darpan, where we invite 5 to 6 short play theater groups to come to New Jersey and perform a mind-blowing theater plays in Marathi, English, Gujarati, Bengali, Kannada, and of course, and other Indian languages. This is our 6th Natya Darpan. The success of Natya Darpan lies because the scripts we select are really top-notch. The theater groups which they bring here, their short plays, are really work hard to bring their best. And of course, our intelligent audience. In addition to that, this type of endeavors requires a funding. So we have been very, very happy to know that our grants generally comes from Middlesex County. And of course, we also get support from the Consul General of India, New York, for last 5 years. I'm very excited to inform you that this 6th Natya Darpan is scheduled on October 15, 2022 in Edison, New Jersey. And like last 5 years, we have selected very best 6 short plays from the pool of almost 34 scripts, which we received from all over USA. These scripts, these short plays are unique. I think 5 out of 6 short plays will be performed first time at Natya Darpan stage. We encourage local artists based in New York, New Jersey, and United States. We also encourage theater groups coming from different parts of this country. Today, we have such a group. Mr. Parag Warimbe, a director of one of Marathi play, Bhinta, is with us. Bhinta is written by none other than Satish Alekar. So to talk about this play, I would like to invite our host, Dr. Manoj Shahane. Dr. Shahane, by profession, he's a physician, but by, I would say, hobby or it's a passion, he is a theater lover. He is himself a good actor, director, and scriptwriter. So welcome Dr. Manoj Shahane and Parag Warimbe for this episode of Curtain Raisers at Natya Darpan 2022.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashok Ji, for the kind introduction. I would like to thank Mana TV International for giving us the opportunity to talk to these directors and actors for Natya Darpan 2022. So Parag, welcome to this episode of Curtain Raiser Natya Darpan 2022. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing great as well.
Yes, I am. So welcome to the unplugged edition of our Natya Darpan 2022. So let's talk about the play that you're bringing to New Jersey, right? That's Bhinta.
Sure.
The Wall. And I kind of was going through this script. It's written by none other than Satish Alekar ji. My question to you at the beginning is, this script is extremely interesting, and it's kind of a very metaphorical to a level. How did you kind of select this script, and did you always wanted to do this, or this is something that came to you now for Natya Darpan perspective, kind of?
Yeah. So now you know this play was written, I believe, back in early 80s.
Correct.
It's almost 40 years old kind of story. However, it still stays contemporary, play. So I read this story, back when I was in college, and that time actually, I kind of, stayed in the same community where Mr. Satish Alekar, brought up. I'm not sure where he was born, but I believe he was born and brought up in the same locality of old Pune, specifically Sadashivpeta, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see his other plays and his way of writing, it's very much very expressive, experimental, very different than his the other writers of of his time, specifically.
Correct.
And most of them also post-independent kind of the author generation. So he was very much experimental into plays and very expressive in performance. He himself is a good actor as well. So he the way he writes, he basically sees the play, how the play basically stands up as well. Bhinta, obviously, it's a different play than his other plays. It's basically adaptation from a German play written by, I think, Tancred Dorst. And that play is, I think that author himself, he was a survivor of post Second World War, the communist invasion of Germany, and then his sufferings and everything. So that wall, the Bhinta, it's basically representation of war. So we were having one event in Atlanta, and we were like going through different scripts, and at the same time this war between Russia and Ukraine erupted. So that brought me, to this script, attention to this script again. Seeing that this is where probably the story stands. Every war, is in my view, every war is an engagement. Specifically, if Russia and Ukraine war, if you see, it's more of an engagement of the forces. It has become a business now. If you see the other side of war, it's more of a the economy that is basically dangling upon this war, and people are more interested into getting their engagement into economies than settling the issue of war. So war goes on. Okay, so war doesn't actually has no concern from anyone. It's just that your economy and your engagement is basically gets into question. So that very much impressed me, or rather brought my attention to this play when this issue erupted, and I thought that this is a good issue. This is something I can surely can stage it, and we probably can show a different perspective or our interpretation, understanding of this play.
Yeah, that was my next question actually. As I read this play, and I kind of know this play for a while now, it is true that it has survived the test of time, because it's still similar logic applies, similar situations arise all over the world, and there are a lot of different interpretations of or consequences that people bear, and so on and so forth, like you mentioned just now. But at the same time, did you have to kind of change anything for Natya Darpan 22 to bring this to stage and bring this to New Jersey now? Did you have to make a lot of changes, or it was kind of there and you just had to tweak it to your vision to a certain extent?
No, we certainly will. I mean, I heard about Natya Darpan event, and we came to know from the other participants who actually playing good roles in this play, and they have been both of them being part of Natya Darpan earlier as well. So I heard of its prestige, and it's the how the event is being organized, and how seriously basically people at Natya Darpan look at the theater than just an entertainment. So we surely had this play in mind to be presented in a different way. We had a lot of ideas which we couldn't actually implement here back in Atlanta because of like a lot of other logistics that we couldn't fulfill. But those were the key elements of this play, and which we surely will ensure that we will have them portrayed in when we perform at New Jersey.
No, that's good to hear, because I think most of you guys most probably know by now, or should know, is Natya Darpan Forum is very true to form. It is really, really the forum that people can bring their talent, people can bring their craft, and not be fearful or not be scared of experimenting or doing something that is worth showing. And like you mentioned in your previous few sentences that you've mentioned, that it's a great forum that basically is for the audience to kind of comprehend new ideas, new plans, new thought processes, and so on and so forth. So I'm very happy to hear Satish Adekar's play coming to the forefront for Natya Darpan, which is always a value add. It's a great storyline, and I'm hoping that we'll get to see true interpretation or your interpretation of this play. So having said that, I would like to invite Deepa and Rahul so that we can kind of touch base with them to see what their experience is like. So if Deepa and Rahul, if you can, I'm not familiar with what Rahul has done in the past, but Rahul, did you really, I know you're practicing right now for this play and so on and so forth. How was your experience, and is it any different than any other play that you may have done in the past as an actor?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, there are several challenges that we face, and I'm happy to be part of it. Main difference is the genre of this play. Of course, I've always been involved in experimental theater than typical standard commercial theater. That's my preference all along. The setting of this play is completely different. I'm coming from the same hometown as Parag from Pune. I'm kind of used to speaking my mother tongue Marathi in a specific way. It's kind of more of a kind of standard format language. This play is kind of a different take on the speech portion of the dialogue delivery, and it's more of a dialect of Marathi that we kind of bring out. That itself was a challenge. Secondly, the genre of this, which is Vaganatya, is one type of a play in Marathi theater, and I never done that before, and this was my first chance to kind of do that. In terms of familiarity, Parag and I, we have done 4 similar experimental theater experiments before. So this is my 4th time working with him, and we somehow kind of get along very well, and then we can understand what he wants out of an actor. And I hope I kind of live up to his expectations, even if it's a tiny bit of it. I think that's the joy that I kind of enjoy from this experience.
So that's great to hear, Rahul, because as you said, to do the Vaganatya, but with a different genre. So you're doing kind of stepping foot on 2 different stones at the same time, and want to succeed at the same time. So that's a great challenge by itself. So I think you guys will do a great job with that. So now I'll turn to our old friend Deepa Limaye here, who I have acted with her, I've directed her, and so on and so forth in the past. But now coming to this play, Binta, it's a different play for you too, and I know you for a while. So I'm more curious this time around to see you on stage, because I have my microscope there, and I'm gonna look at you very closely, see how great you do again. So can you tell me what your experience has been, because this is something different for you, and I know that for a fact. So what would you like to say to audience, what your experience has been so far?
Sure. Thanks, Manoj. Yes, definitely. This is a different type of play than what I have done in the past. And I would like to kind of give the credit to our director. To be honest with you, when he shared the script with me, I was just like, okay, yes, I will do it. But he kind of insisted that I should read the script, understand what it takes. But he had seen me act in a very comedy kind of play, and that's where probably he saw me, and so he asked me. But then he kind of imbibed in my mind, to bring out that emotions and that expressions that this script calls for, and which I have never done this before. So it was an experiment for me. And I would say that the way the treatment is, and the way the process of this particular show or the script is, and how we did it in Atlanta when we did it, I think that helped me understand theater at a different level. And so I'm hopeful, and I'm pretty confident that to your microscope, I think I will pass the test with Parag's able direction. It is a different script. It has different emotions, different expressions, and I found the character while doing it, and that's what Parag kept telling me, and I enjoyed it, and I'm sure we will do it better this time again.
That's great to hear. I mean, this play, for example, Binta, is what we call deceptively good plays, where it starts off as something that looks different, but is different in reality. So I really would like to commend you for bringing this to New Jersey Natya Darpan 2022, Parag and the team, and I wish you all the best. I would like to again thank Mana TV International for having all of us here on Thursday night to kind of talk about how we're doing this play and kind of explore it a little more. We didn't want to go into details about the play itself, because I want people to come and judge for themselves, see how good the play is. So I would like to really invite Ashok ji back again to thank all of us and close the session tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Manoj. Thank you, Parag, Deepa, and Rahul. Really appreciate for you to come here and discuss about your play. And more importantly, sending the entry from Atlanta. Binta is very, very popular play, and we are very excited to see you on October 15 at Natya Darpan 2022. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, I would like to thank Mana TV International for arranging these 6 episodes of curtain raiser at Natya Darpan 2022. Without their support, this would not have happened. So thank you, Mana TV International.
Thank you.
At the same time, I would like to take opportunity to thank our host, Dr. Manoj Shahane, for hosting these 6 episodes. Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you everybody at Natya Darpan 2022 on October 15, 2022 at Middlesex County College, Edison, New Jersey.